Yeah, I think I'm having trouble with that too, of the getting my mind into those numbers kind of idea
Yeah.
of you have all these students and just kind of emotionally accepting the fact of this 20%
Right.
number you're talking about, and for in-person students it's, maybe the equivalent of the ones that are really trying, or the
Yeah. See,
5% that would actually become
yeah.
a
Yeah. You
real
see that
professional.
that
And
that
I
that
can't
that
get,
those kind of ratios
mhm,
hold true
yeah,
no matter what you're doing. If you're teaching 80 students a week, you know, maybe 20% of those people are really worth teaching, and the
right,
other 80% subsidize that.
yeah, yeah,
And out of that 20%, maybe 5%, maybe 3% of those people are going to go on to a pro level and actually, play. But as a teacher, my goal is not 100% to produce pro level players,
right,
because there are way more valid reasons to take guitar lessons than I want to be a pro.
right,
If you want to be a pro, that's great. I can help you with that.
mm-hmm,
But there's many other reasons that have just as much value
sure,
content to them. Um, Other than that, so it's all good to me.
right,
If you want to get better at being on the worship team at church,
right,
and that's all you want to do,
mm-hmm,
that's fine with me.
oh yeah,
You know, I've actually had students who they had brain injuries, they were in a car wreck or whatever, and the music
you're,
lessons were actually prescribed.
oh, you're linking up the
Yeah, by their
synapses
doctor or
and
their
yeah,
physical therapist. That was part of their rehab.
isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
That they would
yeah,
think that that's a really good idea.
yeah. I've
Yeah,
had elderly people with Alzheimer's and dementia that music lessons were part of their therapy.
oh yeah,
And
triggers some old memories, and yeah, that's
yeah,
amazing, right?
yeah. And so all that is, I want to instill value in the world. I want to be positive
Yeah,
effect.
sure.
So all that is valuable and valid reasons to take guitar lessons. I mean,
Sure.
I've had quite a few students over the years that are pro.
Mhm.
I've got a couple that are in big name bands, but that's a very, very small percentage of it.
You were talking about with the students that come in and they have the thing I love about the church thing that you mentioned is I'm hearing a goal in there.
Yeah,
The student came and they're like, I have this worship service. I want to
right.
get a little bit better at that. I've had definitely students, because all my students are in orchestras at school,
Hmm.
different a little bit than the guitar players,
Yeah,
but they're like, I want to not suck at orchestra.
yeah,
I don't really care about the contests. I don't care
right,
about symphony. I don't, but I just kind of don't want to be like laughed at school. And I'm like, that's a goal. I
right,
love that.
right,
And
right.
I get frustrated when we've talked about like parents and growing up with music in the home or whatever. Basically, everybody on the show has had the same story. My mom taught piano lessons. My dad had blaring country music my whole child. Everybody had it at home, and then so when they come in here, they have a mentality of at least some music and whatever. Well, a lot of my kids come in here and I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And they're like, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
And it's different with the guitar players, I think, because the guitar players hear Smoke on the Water or whatever, and they're like, I want to play that. Well, the
right,
kids that I'm in, they're told.
right,
They come into
right.
orchestra and you're gonna play this song, and they're like, okay, you're gonna sit here,
Yeah,
okay, you're gonna wear a tux at the concert,
right,
okay, and all the
right.
decisions are made for them on
Yeah,
literally everything, because
yeah. I
they're
think
not
that,
improving, and they're
right.
they're just told,
Yeah, I
and
think with the guitar, there's a little bit more of a self motivation
yes,
thing going
yeah,
on, and it's funny how what kids are inspired by. You know, I have kids, students now that are, you know, 10, 11, 12. They bring me the theme songs from video games.
Right. Yeah,
You know,
that's funny.
Some of them will bring in, you know, pop music. I say bring in, they go, hey man, get on YouTube and look this up, you know. It'll be some kind of pop thing that has no guitar in it at all, you know, but that's the music that they hear, they want to play. And so I'll say, okay, well, there's no guitar in here, but here's what the chords are, and you can play along to this,
Yeah.
you know, using these chords, even though there's no guitar in this music. Music is music,
Right.
you know.
Teach them some sort of strumming pattern that
Right.
is similar or whatever. Right.
Right,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you know, and my agenda, I don't dictate style or genre or anything like that. I work with what the kids brings to me, what they're interested in. I have a hidden agenda, and
don't
yeah.
we all?
and what it is that I want that whatever it is that you do, whatever kind of music you play, whatever you want to do, I want it to be better and more intelligent because you've taken lessons from me.
Yeah.
And I don't have to like it,
Right.
you know. Many years ago, I got a CD in the mail, and I was like, "Where'd this come from? I don't know. You know, what's this?" And I looked on the back, and I was, "Oh, that guitar player. He's a student that I had like, you know, 8 years before.
Right.
You know, and he had moved to Memphis or Nashville or
Right.
somewhere. And he was in this band, and the music was bordering on avant-garde.
Yeah.
It
right.
was drums, guitar, and electric cello, no bass, no keyboards, and vocal. And it was dissonant, it was dark, it was not something that I would enjoy or buy on my own, but I listened to it because it was my former student, and I listened to it and I go, oh, he got that chord from me. That's you know, I heard the stuff that I had taught him being applied in a context that we never covered or ever talked about, that I wouldn't even buy off the shelf and listen to, but
it was intelligent music,
yes,
right? And
yeah,
there was some
yeah.
thought.
And what he was doing was like, I know where that came from. Moi.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, so that's gratifying.
Right.
You know, regardless of genre or style or whether I like it or not.
Yeah, yeah.